What's up, you all? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Oh, it's been a lot today. It's been a lot going on today. Um, yeah, y'all come on in. It has been a lot going on. Come on in, come on in. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Simply Pink and Green girl, how you doing? So y'all, let me go ahead and start. I'm not gonna prolong. I'm gonna go right ahead and start, and as people come, they can kind of figure out what's going on. You all, it's a lot going on with this Israel, United States against Iran. They can say it's not a war. It's a war. I hope Trump gets charged for this because, again, Congress should be able to declare war. We did not go through Congress. A lot of Americans are still stuck. They're slowly but surely, what's up, Jewel, getting back. Also, I'm really concerned about Americans abroad. Hell, I'm concerned about Americans here domestically. So the situation in Norfolk, Virginia was a black male who served in the military, who is Muslim, and he was inspired by ISIS. Also, he tried to do this before. They were supposed to be checking his computers, surveilling that, and he's supposed to be really monitored because he tried this before. So what the reporter said was that he went into a classroom and asked, was it ROTC? And I guess they said yes. Unfortunately, the instructor did not make it. But baby, they beat him down. When I tell you they beat him down, it was no pow pow that took him out. It was beat down that took him out. That was at Old Dominion University. And what's scary is that could have easily been at Norfolk State University. I don't know if he had issues with people who didn't look like him, but y'all, he could have easily went to Norfolk State. And the reason why I say that is because Norfolk State has a major ROTC program and a major Navy ROTC program. So if you're a Marines, you're going to go to Norfolk State University for Navy, and then if you're Army, you go to Norfolk State for that. So they have a big ROTC presence. And it seems like that was his focus. It could have been any university in Virginia with an ROTC program. And if you all didn't know, Norfolk State is a state institution that's a predominantly black institution. It's a HBCU. And Old Dominion is a PWI, predominantly white institution. Both of these schools are in Virginia. They are less than 30 minutes away from each other. So that man could have easily gone to NSU. And I was calling to make sure everybody was okay, because I'm like, this could be random, but it had to deal with the situation in Iran. Now we find out that there was somebody who rammed his car or a vehicle into a synagogue. So Army installations or anything that deals with the military is a target. It seems like anything that's dealing with the Jewish population is a target. And so I just say be careful. And I just told my team that I'm not going to all is over. I'm not going, because again, South by Southwest is major. A lot of movers and shaker in tech, in music, and entertainment come to South by Southwest. It's huge. It's a big, big conference. And they had incidents. And don't forget, they had another guy who was from Senegal, who was Muslim, who looked like us. Not to say that it's all us, but he actually did that pow pow on 6th Street. So it seems like these random people, excuse me, y'all, these random people are just coming. Now, you all, my Volvo is very sensitive. Baby, a car could be way here, and baby, Miss Volvo is going to react. Miss Volvo don't play, okay? I hit a bump, and baby, Miss Volvo's seatbelt tighten up. I'm like, well, do Jesus. So I wasn't gonna hit nobody. My car is very sensitive. If somebody comes close to me in the back or the front, Miss Volvo prepares. It's about safety. So just to let y'all know that. But still in all, y'all, be careful, be alert, be alert. We're in a season right now where people are trying to retaliate. And the sad part about it is most Americans didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this. This was kind of thrusted upon us. And can I say this? Baby, I know folk ain't gonna get elected with these gas prices almost reaching $5 and $6. I heard they already almost close to $6 in California. Okay? In Texas, they're getting close to $5. All right. So again, and then Donald Trump is talking about something getting Iran is more than gas prices. Baby girl, baby boy, are you kidding me right now? You know you're hurting the people who, yeah. So you all, I just really want to talk about that today, y'all. It's really bad out here. What's up, Hershey? I see you. Again, I see Simply Peaking Green. What's up, Jules? Again. But y'all, it's crazy. What's up, Dwayne? It's crazy out here. So just be careful wherever you are. You just never know. When I heard that gunman was at Old Dominion, I'm like, oh my God. And you all know that when that Charlie Kirk thing happened, they had to put NSU on lockdown because people were making threatening calls about coming on campus to do some damage on campus. So we are in a world of confusion and chaos. Be careful. Just be careful. They're getting ready to have Fiesta. I ain't going. I'm not going. I don't think I'm gonna go to Fiesta this year. I just, we're in a situation where anything can happen. So yeah. And I know you say, Jay, well, they can get you at the supermarket. Okay. All right. They could. But I just feel like until things calm down, yeah, because this man has put us all in danger. So anyway, y'all, what else is going on? I'm riding home. I had to turn off World News Tonight. World News Tonight is still on. I think they got 3 more minutes. But I just had to turn it off because, again, what's dominating the headline is that synagogue attack, the Old Dominion attack, gas prices, in this bad weather. So I heard they get snow. They said it was 85 degrees in Newark, New Jersey. Now it's 35 with snow. Again, even the weather is cutting up. So you all be careful out there. Be careful out there. Anything else going on, y'all? Anything else happening? Okay. Well, you all, I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna drop the link, and I'm gonna let y'all speak, and whatever you all want to talk about, we'll talk about. I'm really open right now, so we'll do that. So let me go ahead and drop this link, or you all can type it in. Yeah, I just been really busy today. So between work and between this news, it has been a lot going on. Yeah, I just think that we are in a new era, and there's uncertainty and instability. And I see that these people are doing a lot. And this is the scary thing. The 2 men one in Austin, one in Virginia, are black men. Now, one is from Senegal, but the common tie are they're Muslims and they have been radicalized by ISIS. So, yeah. Yeah. What's up, Outspoken? So, y'all, what else is going on? Anything else we're talking about today? Anything worth talking about? Any stuff going on in the YouTube streets that's worth talking about today? I just had to start it off with some current events. And I just do want you all to be alert, not alarmed. You know, you still got to go do your day to day. But please, as you are moving along, that you are alert and that you know where your exits are. You know, just be careful where you are. Even when I go to the movie theater now, I'm looking at all the exits and what I need to do. You know, I'm just being real. Even at the mall, I'm like, I know where the exits are at the mall. I know some doors where I can get through, and you look at those kind of things, y'all. No joke. You really kind of we're in that age now, this day and age. And even if you're on a vacation now, you know, you just got to be careful. Yeah. Well, you know, can I tell you, I'm really not interested in the lemon situation. And then now they're trying to put it as OGs versus 2.0s. I'm not interested. And most OGs who have a job and got careers, they're not interested because we weren't even interested in 2.0. And I don't think it's that kind of party. I don't think it's that kind of party because we started off roasting and gagging without trying to destroy people's lives. So I don't know what this is, and I'm really not interested in. And I just don't think it's gonna end well. But however it ends, I'll be here to talk about it. You know what? I don't really care about that either. I really don't care about that either. See, it's really funny that we get all sentimental when the dog is no longer with us. Should have gave him the $100 to get the dog a shot. Should have given him $100 to make sure that the dog wouldn't have to be sick. You know what I'm saying? And I know people get mad at Stump Down, and Stump Down is who he is, but my thing is nobody ain't stressed. Nobody's just stressed. And him giving Rico $100 ain't gonna do nothing for me. It's not doing anything for me. You know? And to be quite honest, yeah, y'all, let me say this. I can't understand how people are so concerned about a dog's death, but didn't give a shit about the dog's living. If you really were concerned about the dog, you would have had cleaner conditions for the dog. You would have had sufficient health care and food for the dog. Now, all of a sudden, oh, Rico Jr. And then y'all always putting your mouth on people. Rico and Brian, they have a habit of putting their mouth on people, and then tragedy befalls them, and then it's always everybody else. And I'm so done with it. I'm so done with it. So whatever happens, happens. I don't care if she live, Dwayne. I'm not interested in it. Can I say I'm not interested in it at all? I'm really not. I'm not interested in it. So, yeah. I don't care what Tommy does. Tommy needs to make sure he keeps himself out of jail. You don't think I'm moved by this? Do you think I'm moved by this? Putting papers because somebody talking about something that you putting on YouTube? Are you serious? Y'all, please Miss yourself with that stuff. That's stupid. Come with something better. Him reading me, is it going to help him in his court case? He may feel better, but he's still in the same circumstances. So why don't y'all help him to say, hey, you can read, but Jay Wilson's still in his house with his dog and his partner and still doing well. What are you doing? I mean, do you think a read is a major thing for me? It's a show, boo-boo. But it's unfortunate that this jail, this potential of him going to jail, that's real. That's real. Put papers on me. Well, they ain't gonna do nothing. It's a waste of the court's time. Nobody's done anything to him. Nobody's done anything to him. And y'all think that's gonna stick? Okay. If that's the case, then I would have been in jail a long time ago. I just y'all just don't have that capacity to really think, because I don't really care. Baby, I don't know why these girls upset because they don't put their life on here and people talking about it. I don't know. But if you think I'm moved by people being on and folk reading me, well, it won't be the first or the last time. And so what? Again, what good is that going to do him? How is that going to help him? Because all I'm going to do is put my commercials in and do what I got to do. I think it's funny because a lot of y'all subscribers, not all, but a lot of y'all message subscribers really try to start something that ain't really there. And I just don't fall for it, because at the end of the day, I feel sorry for these people. I feel sorry. When I'm looking at people in 2025 with eviction letters and you going through the courts, I mean, it's like, again, all of y'all going through some kind of legal stuff, but yet you all had the time to be talking about. Yeah. And again, they put their stuff on. I keep on telling people, stop putting your business out here. Girl, they say I drive for Uber. I sure do. They say I be driving for Lyft. Okay. My man done left me. Okay. My ring is fake. Okay. What I got to do with me? Long as I know what's going on, that's all that really matters. Long as I got the GIA certification, that's all that matters. Ain't nobody. And then people think you mad. Mad because of what? You talked about a cousin. This is Brian. You talked about a cousin and a friend. The sad part about it, I didn't even hear it and don't really care about hearing it. And I'm really not moved by it. But the thing is, I told you to put it back up. Don't be ashamed if you do. Say it with your chest. If you feel that way, put it back up. My biggest thing is you don't have to lie about it. And all of this name calling and stuff, that ain't doing nothing for me. That just goes to show you really touched. I ain't touched. I have been in this game so long that it don't even faze me no more. It's like, okay, they done said this. Okay, good. All right. Okay. All right. But I don't have the energy to really be going back and forth and yelling and screaming and cussing. And I don't have anything to prove. The beef sector set the foundation for the beef sector, and we'll let. Beef sector would never. Well, people evolve, and we'll let y'all do this crazy stuff. Yeah, sector don't do XYZ no more because again, folk will be going to jail, and some of this stuff is criminal. And it's by the grace of God that some people stop doing things at the right time. That's all. I mean, I'm not going to be spending my time researching. And yeah, and I told y'all, I'm telling y'all the truth. Baby, if you don't email me, if you don't let me know what's going on, girl, I'm not looking for this. Somebody told me something about lemon. I'm like, girl, I'm so done. I'm so done. I'm so done. Now, if he go to jail, I'll be to report that. Or if somebody else go to jail, I'll be to report that. But them fighting against each other, I don't got time for that. Mm-mm. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. Yeah, I'm just like, it's cyber harassment. I ain't got time for that. Now, if y'all like that, and if you all enjoy it, by all means, enjoy yourself. And I'm not stopping people from doing it. Notice, but I'm just not. That's not something that I do. That's not something that I do. And yeah, not something that I do at all. So that all that happened. See, again, you know, when you manufacture stuff or try to make things pop, it don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not organic. And when it's manufactured, yeah, somebody put me in Rico, Jay Wilson versus Rico. No, 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 no. It ain't no Jay Wilson versus Rico. It's Rico versus Rico. Jay Wilson don't care. Jay Wilson ain't arguing going back and forth with people. I said what I said. You know, and I'm not arguing with somebody who said that they would put the dog in the freezer. I mean, but you were mad. That's what I don't get. You was mad because people like, don't do that, don't do that. People was telling you, what are you talking about? And so I'm glad you did not put the dog in the freezer, but you were seriously contemplating it. And it was the contemplation that was enough for me. I'm like, okay, you really, yeah. And then trying to make everybody else feel good. Talking about something, y'all don't have no heart. Y'all don't have no heart. I'm trying to bury the dog. And bye. I would have got an old nasty piece of shovel and went by the river or went somewhere, put a little cross on it. Yeah. But all of this, my thing is, you should have done something for the dog again, if you ain't doing shit for the dog when he was living, then don't be trying to be all deep when the dog is not here no more. And then spoke all on my animal. And my animal just took us in Paracatrio, baby. My animal was busy trying to fight the iRobot to do the vacuum, the dog that, the little vacuum cleaner for the house, baby. She can't stand it. She be trying to attack that thing. Baby, I'm sitting there laughing at her. But again, my dog has activities. Guess what? I'm going to get my dog. We're going to go on that leash and we're going to go jog around the neighborhood. Okay? My dog got insurance. And she don't be eating table scraps. I just think it's sad. Oh yeah, he was serious about that. He was serious about that. And then he got mad when people were saying, don't do that, Rico. That's where you put your food. And he was arguing with the people. And I'm like, oh my God. And you know what? Rico should have just left the dog at the Humane Society and let them dispose of the dog. Rico, it seems like you need all of that $400. All of it. Now, Stump Down was real nasty. Ooh, Stump Down said you up there buying pizzas and eating pastas and drinking Fanta orange sodas. And the sad part about it is, you do that, right? But when you got to that doctor's office, I'm broke. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing at all. What can we do? Nothing. But yet you worried about my ring, child. You worried about all of this, and the third. See, your priorities are you worried about people's stuff, but yet not worried about yours. And then you said show the paperwork. Well, baby, Lipstick Alley showed all the paperwork. That's your name. That's your address. Is it not your address? So what that all about? Okay, no, you ain't kicked out. But this is the real kicker right here, baby. This is the tea right here. You have the state of New York paying for the majority of your rent, but you can't come up with the little piece that you gotta pay. And then won't think it's a flex because I'm going to work. I'm going to work. How everybody go to work unless you retire. So it ain't a flex because you're going to work. And had you not been trying to do all of this malicious stuff, you might have would have kept your little channel and made the little $400 or whatever you got to make to pay your rent on the channel. You could have made it on the YouTube channel. But no, you can't keep no monetized thing because you always doing crazy stuff. Girl, I'm so done. And then people want to be, y'all always picking on that boy. Y'all know he ain't no boy. He's almost 40 years old. That man is 30 in his mid-30s. And then always putting this shit on YouTube. Always putting this stuff on YouTube. And then when somebody mention it, and this is the thing, outspoken one, can talk about everybody's situation. Ooh, don't let mother have something to happen. Or don't let Stump Down happen. Or he wants to talk about it. But then when we talk about him, we haters. Nobody ain't hate. You don't got nothing to hate. Ho don't even have no pains on the wall. Just got a decent bed. Nobody ain't hating on that. It's sad. It's sad. The Thomas situation is sad. We see you sit there and get inebriated night after night, drinking that cheap beer, night after night after night. Nothing you can say to me could make me feel any kind of way. You are drunk. And then you are a violent drunk, at least with people you know who you can fight. And this is what I got to say to you, Tommy. You got all that mouth. Are you going to put papers on that man who punched you in your chest? You going to put that paper on that man in that hallway? Huh? You going to put papers on him? Because he put hands on you. You going to put papers on him? You so bad. A hoe can't say nothing to me getting their ass whipped in the hallway. Baby, that phone fell all down. You came up here sweating like a man. Like a madman, breathing all hard. That man whooped your ass. You know who to get crazy with. But put papers on that man. I live in Texas. Can't do nothing to you. But put papers on that man. Yeah, put papers on him. I told Castro to leave that man alone. Now that man bringing you into Castro. Because he really like you, Castro, but it's like if I can't have you, nobody can have you. And then for the mere fact that he thinks somebody jealous because he laying up with Castro, baby, that's your craziness. And that's Castro craziness if that's what he's really doing. And I really don't even know. Because a hoe is lying about an 80-carat ring. So I can't believe that lying hoe either. Lying drunk hoe. Nobody don't care because you laying up with Castro. Girl, okay. And don't she act like that's Denzel Washington. Okay. Don't she act like that. That's your mama. Oh, let me not say Shema because it triggers people off. Daddy, they say you don't love me, Daddy. I told them you do, and you didn't kick me out the house that I moved, Daddy. I'm sitting here looking like, did you really call your daddy for this? Daddy. First of all, when he said daddy, I was like, what in the Mayberry? I saw it. Baby, Jay Wilson, you ain't nothing. And child be I'm like, click, daddy. His dad said, and you could have come to that birthday party. Baby, he didn't even show up at his daddy's birthday party. Child, bye. Baby, these girls are not well. They are busted bricks. Okay, it's sad. It's sad. And I did give Castro his props for not saying nothing. And Castro's still quiet. And Castro, like you should. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. If you got served or not, don't be shh. You don't need to be saying nothing, Castro. Just be quiet. Well, he got the attention that he wanted. I've been told them people, y'all need to get off of YouTube. Either YouTube is more important or your relationship, and obviously YouTube was more important. They was up there making plays, right? Now the thing done turned real. Child, it was looking like Ike and Tina up in there, in that room, all hot. Castro sweating. Then what got me is Castro sat on his lap. I'm like, if it ain't Tina Turner and Ike, see, Tommy felt he was something, but baby, that man wasn't playing. That man was not playing. He said, "What you said, baby?" All I heard was phones drop. Baby, you ain't that bad. Cause y'all remember he said he blanks out, and the next thing you know, he on top of somebody because he whooping their ass. Well, I guess you didn't blank out, baby. I was looking for you to fall out, girl, and to be on top of the man. I was looking for a broomstick for you. I thought you, cause you, baby, a broom gets you going. But baby, obviously that didn't work. I like you better start down than Jay Wilson. I like you better. I'm like, girl, do you think somebody is smooth? And then he sat there and Stunk Down was getting all the tea. And then Miss T came up. Miss T came up with her messy self and started getting more tea. I'm like, you so silly. Cause you just wanna be in the number, just talking. I'm like, oh my God. And I just sat back there and I'm like, okay, Stump Down, I see you. I see you. I see you. Miss Thing here don't know how to keep her mouth shut. Miss Thing just want to be seen. She thinks she cute. Baby, she was at that club with that Cuban necklace on. Child, she was all, honey, she thought she was the creme brulee, honey. She thought she was the creme de la creme or the creme brulee. Girl, I was sitting there rolling. I'm like, look at this mess. Yeah, he was crying. That man whooped that ass. He whooped his ass. And see, he knew to mess with Castro, but he won't mess with nobody else. All of them need to go sit on the couch. All of them. Just dark, bitter, nasty, and vile. And it's sad. You think they would do better. Baby, he felt like that chair hard Hershey. He hit that floor and he looked at the ceiling for a little bit. That hoe didn't know where he was. He didn't know he was in heaven or hell. He just sitting up there looking at the ceiling. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm falling and I can't get up. I'm like, what in the I falling and I can't get up is going on here? I mean, but again, you don't have any room to talk about. You can't even hold your liquor. How should they say, LaFons? Don't be embarrassing me in front of my friends. If you can't hold your liquor, LaFons, you should be drinking. That's what Shanae said. LaFons. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't never seen somebody who thought they were sexy and you could see their bone booty. I ain't never seen somebody who bent over and you can see their bone booty. I mean, you can see the bone. Okay? Most people got cushion for the pushing back there. This hoe looked like she done been to Treblinka and Auschwitz and that the U.S. people just liberated her. Okay? She looked like she belonged in Schindler's List. And I mean, I'm like, how you that bony that people see your bones in your booty? I'm like, you need to eat. That's a turn off. And they think they sexy. That's a turn off. And then you got one over there. Y'all know how them old ladies used to wear their stockings halfway rolled up by the knees? Y'all remember that? And they used to chew that snuff. They used to chew that. Man, that's how them compression socks be looking over there. Honey, I saw them compression socks. I'm like, all you need to do is roll them things up and have some snuff. If you like somebody's grandmama over there. I'm serious, but folk got so much to say. Okay? Look like they got water on the knees and stuff. Look like they retaining water over there. And then want to talk about people. I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Deal with them blood clots. Again, always talk about people. But baby, I saw that picture, bow-legged with compression socks on that look like them old ladies who don't be wearing stockings no more. They just roll them up at the knee. Girl, I'm like, I can't. I said, I know you lying to me. Looking like they need liniment over there. Okay, I'm just like, I can't. Okay, looking like Thelma Harper over there on Mama's Family. Okay, that's what them compression socks was giving. Girl, I'm like, look. And again, I refuse to get ugly with people because you know they hurting. Okay, you know they hurting. Hershey girl. Honey, the girls are not well. The girls are not well. I'm trying to hurry and get home so I can walk this dog. Thank God for daylight savings time. Girl, y'all know how mama be having them roll up stockings. And let me tell you something. I didn't know homeboy was 500 pounds. Now, that's what he said. I don't know if he was lying about that, but that's what he said. Because, you know, he be lying about stuff. So, baby, you probably had, I hope you had a 42 waist of 40. I know you ain't at no 30 right now, but keep on working on it. Boonky, what's going on? What's going on, Boonky? Boonky said, speaking of dog, pastor, pastor, pastor. So anyway, well, a charitable person went sent Rico some funds. Okay, but yeah, I heard about it, and that's good. That's good. Hopefully, he don't be attacking Rico next week. You know, he always do something, and then the next thing you know, he yeah. So that's good, and I'm glad he's doing that. Girl, nobody ain't showing out. I done had my dog since day one. My dog is well taken care of. And let me say this, if my dog, heaven forbid, were not to make it, we got dog insurance, okay? And we can properly take care of the dog. And that ain't no brag. If you can't get the dog, and if you can't take care of the dog and make sure the dog, at least get the shots for the dog and the Simparica Trio so the dog won't get no heartworms. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And they said the dogs had worms in the stool, which I'm like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. Ugh. Poor animals. Poor animals. Animals get heartworms and stuff. Just sad. Just and again, you know, people always want to put this emphasis on the dog when he dead, but y'all should have been taking care of the dog when he was living. Buying some dog food. And I don't recommend you get some old Roy. But hell, I don't recommend you get some old Roy, but I would rather the dog eat old Roy from Walmart than table scraps. Okay? Well, this is the thing. Instead of giving the dog medicine, why don't you go to the you gotta pay for the doctor though. You just can't go to the doctor. You gotta pay for the doctor. You know, you gotta pay. So again, why get a dog when you really can't adequately take care of the dog? My dog had allergies in her ear. She was scratching her ear. And my dog's doctor, the veterinarian, prescribed a topical solution for her ear. And it cleared up. Now, can I say this? If Rico was taking the dog to the groomer would have been cleaning the ears out. They check all of that stuff. They would have been brushing the dog teeth. I mean, see, people always think, oh, you trying to show out time about taking that dog to the groomer. Well, I can't get in the dog's ears, but the groomers can. He could have went to PetSmart or Petco and got some vein filled. You know, paid a little change on that so the dog can be seen. Now, y'all talking about going online. Let me tell you something again. You know, you can't expect people to give you what they don't have. You know, and it's really funny because I heard Jay Dunn reading the symptoms of just giving the dog regular Tylenol. This ain't even Tylenol 3. This is just regular Tylenol. And exactly what she said was what Rico's dog was suffering with, according to what she read and according to what Rico was saying. So it is what it is, baby. I just hope that it gets better. I hope he don't get another animal until he learns how to take care of himself. Stuff dealing with eviction, baby, you don't need no dog. They don't allow dogs in the shelter. And I ain't saying that the man was gonna go to the shelter, but y'all, them eviction papers were real. Those were not fake eviction papers. They were real. And one thing Stunt Down did say too, every man that you have dealt with, you have shitted on. You have really, really messed over. Every man that you have dealt with, you've messed over. And that's why nobody don't want to touch you, because you're toxic. I told you, his car can, well, he don't have a car, but he could be stranded right 5 minutes away from my house. I'll call triple. The type of person you really can't help. And again, the irony of it is that you fought to get that dog back, right? And you brag that you got that. And I truly believe that dog probably would have been alive had it been in the shelter. At least in the shelter, the dog was getting medical care, food, meals. Yeah, he can't blame nobody for that dog. That's his dog. Nobody gave that dog anything. And again, you always want to blame people, but you're the one who put it on there. My thing is, okay, if my dog was suffering, I'm not putting it on YouTube. It's me and the dog. I might come and tell you that the dog passed away, but I'm not putting it on YouTube. But you wanted people to talk about it. And if you didn't, you knew what was going to happen. You knew what was going to happen. So again, I'm not going. We ain't going with that. Well, like I said, I told him, I'm like, why are you showing people that you got the dog back? If you got the dog back, then just go ahead and do it. Because any little thing with that dog, they were going to call. No one should have known that he had that dog. No one. But no, he got to prove something. He want to show y'all something. And the Lord did this. And the Lord did that. Let me tell you something. Keep the Lord out y'all mess. Keep the Lord out y'all mess. Now, I do say vengeance is mine. I do say hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. That's real. See, you hold your peace, but you want to talk about God don't play about me and all of this stuff. Well, but yeah, you said all of that, and now you don't have the dog. And we putting Jesus up in your mess. And then he was telling folk that he was hunching somebody. Child will keep him. If you're good that good, then somebody should want to stay with you. But yet you took us to the hospital. You took us to your doctor appointment too, girl. And baby, when the doctor started talking, I'm like, oh, please turn that off. Please turn that off. Please, girl. And you trying to read somebody. I'm like, no, ma'am. No, can't do it. Can't do it. You being a hoe for free is supposed to do something for me. I hope if you doing all that hoeing, you should have enough money to pay them people back. That's what I'm saying. I don't have problems with you gonna be a hoe. At least get some money out of it though. Girl, cause it seems like you giving away for free. And I can't understand if you got all this good, why is you behind in your your rent? And your shit subsidized by the state of New York. That's why I'm getting New York paying for the bulk of that apartment. And you only paying about 10%. And okay, how you can't raise $400? God, this is what get me with these people. And they act like they turning into something. And I'm like, okay, well, if the money resides, then shouldn't the money be paying? I'm just saying. But baby, I'm driving my Uber, honey. Baby, making it work for me, boo. Baby, me and QT doing well. I don't even know about that Hershey. Like I said, all I know that baby, it was real rough. It was real rough when that doctor saw him. Child. And that means you got hemorrhoids. And y'all know hemorrhoids be bleed. I thank you, Jesus. I don't have none. Praise the Lord. But the ladies, the baby, you have piles. Okay, your booty look just like the Rocky Mountain. Girl, no ma'am. You've been sitting on too much concrete. Who is this Betty Murray? Betty, what you talking about? Who is Betty and what is she talking about? Who is this Betty person and what is she talking about? Who is this Betty person and what's she talking about? Somebody help me out. Betty, help yourself right now, niece. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Who is Betty? And Betty, what are you talking about, Betty? Who doing what? Who's calling you, Betty? Who trying to get you out of your project? Who are you talking about? Who is David's mom? Who is David? See, again, Betty, we get ready to block you because, again, it seems like you're trying to gather somebody's attention. And I don't know who you are, and I'm getting ready to block you because you're making no sense. And I'm not familiar with your story. Okay, baby. Well, I'm too old for this too. Go tell it to somebody who care. I'm sorry. I don't know David. I don't know you. Yeah, go tell it to somebody who care. Girl, what's wrong with these people? No, I'm not really interested. No, I'm not interested. Oh, okay. So they trying to be funny. See, again, that's how much I follow him. I don't know, and I don't really care. I want to be there when the chips start falling. But right now, don't care about it. Don't care about it. Yeah, I don't have time for it. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I don't got time for that foolishness. I don't know David, and now they doxing people. Yeah, I got time for that. I'm not interested in that. I really am not, y'all. And I'm not saying that to be spiteful, but when I tell you I'm so not interested in that, first of all, I wasn't doing lemon before this, and I'm definitely not doing lemon now. I'm just really not interested. Okay, that's why he needed to be blocked, or that person needed to be blocked because they were trying to be messy. And again, I don't know that man's mama name. I don't know. And see, and that's why I blocked it because I see what people trying to do. I ain't interested in that. What you talking about? Yeah, I understand, but can I say I'm not interested though? I'm not. I'm really not. And I can't even make myself be interested in it. I'd rather watch the news and talk about Trump and this stuff and what's going on in these Epstein files than that foolishness. I'm really not interested in that. And I'm gonna say this: it's not important to you until it happens to you. When people start touching your family members or doing something that be hard, everybody want to cry foul, you know. And we've seen it. Not important to you until it happens to you. That's all I'm gonna keep on saying to y'all. I'm just not really interested in what they got going. Now, I'm not saying that y'all shouldn't be interested, but I'm not. Well, it's a busy. They think that the man has been rude to women and he needs to learn his lesson and learn his place. And yeah, that's not justifiable. And again, that means that the person has really hurt your feelings or that you just plain nasty and evil. I guess I'm not interested in that. I'm really not interested in what's going on and who's doing what to who. I'm so not interested. Yeah, outspoken. And you see what happened. And I gave the person a chance to kind of say who they were. But girl, I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not one time. Baby, the sun is sunning here, but the temperature has dropped. So our temperature is not cold, cold, but it was cold this morning. So it's like 69 degrees right now. So hopefully the weather will change. But we did have a cold front. We did have a cold front. Well, it's a lot of people. You're right, Itsy Bitsy. You're right, but it is what it is, and I wasn't interested in that either. Oh yeah, I'm staying away from that mess. I don't know Lemon's family. I don't know his people. I don't know what these people are capable of. I'm gonna tell you what was really dangerous to me, and I didn't. People thought it was like, oh, but when that lady drove to New Orleans and talked to Ken's mama, I'm like, are you serious? I just sat back and I'm like, that lady just came to New Orleans and spoke to your mama, and people trying to laugh and play it off, but I'm like, yeah, that ain't, yeah, that's some crazy stuff. See that I don't find that entertaining. I don't find it funny. Your mom could have been in danger. She could have been in a lot of situations, and again, she don't have nothing to do with that stuff. But these people are so twisted that they would do something like that. I think so. And again, knowing what happened in Las Vegas with those two content creators, I'm like, wow. It's just, yeah, and this is why I look at these people and I'm like, y'all really serious about this. And the sad part about it is that this should be your show. This should be your life. But y'all done made it y'all life. Y'all getting advice from people and all of this. And I'll help. But at the end of the day, I always tell people you need to get a therapist, somebody who's HIPAA compliant. I'm not HIPAA compliant. I'm not required by law to not share your information. But a therapist is, unless it's criminal. And even with that, they got to get a subpoena. They got to get a court order to get it. Rather, a court order to get it. Yeah, it's very sad. But this is what the people thrive on. I heard Binary, and Binary is trying to make it a series. He's trying to be slick, like he ain't talking about lemon, but he talking about lemon. So I found that interesting as well. But it is what it is. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, I heard it was 80 degrees, and now it's snow. Yeah, Herb and walk this dog. Got quite a few things to do today. Well, look, you all, I'm getting ready to close it up as I get closer to the house. Ooh, the sun is stunning. Oh, come on. Let's go. Oh, the sun. Well, you all, again, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm just glad that you all came over. No animosity towards anyone. This is a show. This is for entertainment. All of this is entertainment. Yeah, not angry or upset at anybody. It's just a show. Yeah, it could be a play. I really don't know. But y'all, I'm at the point now where I really don't care. You get to the point where you just don't even care. It's like, okay, whatever. Whatever y'all doing, whatever. Yeah, but like I said, y'all, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to him when this was before all of this stuff. I'm like, yeah. I went over to pizzas and I think Goosey was on. Tracy Goosey, Tracy Goosey Pizza, and somebody else was on. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, that was interesting. Yeah, but they'll get mad at me because I'm celebrating somebody graduating, and I did the same with Ms. O as well. But again, our priorities are wrong, and of course, I did not start my program with B sector stuff. I started it with world news and national news. And I'm just being alert and not alarmed, but knowing your location, knowing where exits are, that junk is very important. Because again, nobody, Old Dominion University will be the last place. And when I heard that, my heart went just sunk because I'm like, well, are they targeting schools? And again, y'all, that man could have easily went to Norfolk because he was looking for ROTC programs or military programs. And like I said, NSU has one of the oldest, established, largest military program in the state. And so that could have easily been at NSU. And then that synagogue situation in Michigan. So again, you all, these people are targeting military and and religious places. So I think people just need to be careful out there because it's some serious people who have some mental issues. So, well, look, y'all, I am at my destination and I'm getting ready to let y'all go. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.